Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And it is with great sorrow that I'm going to have to report to you that I'm going to be trading in my 2024 Honda Passport Trailsport after 15 months and 12,225 miles on something different. I will let you know at the end of the video what I'm going to trade in on and why, but I want to talk about my experiences with this vehicle over the last 15 months, what I think about it. We'll jump in the vehicle and talk pros and cons, and that's mainly because it's a little windy out here. We are on the eve of a spring snowstorm here in Nebraska, and yes, it's 75 degrees and sunny, but that's just how it is. I want to get this video out now because the Passport's going to be disappearing very, very soon. So I ordered this Passport in December of 2023. The sticker price was about $46,000 on it. I know that's crazy. I did take delivery December 29th of 2023. It was a 2024 model. Just to kind of talk about it off the top here, I traded in a 2020 Hyundai Kona SEL Plus at the time. I got $20,000 on my trade-in, so only financed about $26,000 on the vehicle, so it wasn't bad. And I'm also going to let you guys know what the dealer's offering me for the trade-in. So first things first, with this Passport, what you're basically getting is a slightly softer suspension. You're getting some true off-road tires, General Grabber tires, which have been awesome, by the way. They've held up well. I've had no problems with them. Even had a couple nails that didn't quite go all the way through. They're quiet. They get great traction in all kinds of different surfaces. I've driven this on everything from gravel to mud to snow, a little bit of ice. I did kind of drive around in some winter storms and really did not ever have any issues with it. They're a great tire, highly recommended. Not super expensive, maybe about, I don't know, $225 a piece or something like that. They're just an 18-inch, so they do have lots of good, you have some nice shoulder height on those tires. They do absorb bumps really, really well. I love the overall design of the Trailsport. It's a little bit rugged, a little bit like a little bulldog. Kind of looks like a little bulldog, if you will. It's been a great vehicle. So I love the space inside of it. We've hauled 4 people on some pretty lengthy journeys with all of our luggage. Really nothing like cross country, but more like 400 or 500 mile trips, and really never had any problems with it. We'll check the mileage. I think I've been averaging 17.9 miles to the gallon, which is really nothing to write home about. But on highway trips, I got over 20, 22, 23, something like that. Of course, I'm only at 12,000 miles, and the sweet 3.5 liter V6 is just barely broken in. Transmission, it's got a ZF transmission, which I really enjoy. I think it shifts pretty quick, especially with the paddle shifters on it. You really get on it, it does shift well. And I don't think the transmission's really that bad. I think it starts off in second gear for gas mileage reasons. So if you want that torque when you take off, you have to put it in sport mode and manually shift it down to first gear, and then it'll basically hold until you decide to go ahead and shift it. It is very quick. 0 to 60 on this, I want to say it was around 6 seconds or something like that, which is, kind of quick for a crossover, a midsize SUV. The inside is very spacious. Let's just go ahead and pop the back and show you what we have for cargo space. I do have the back seats up. But I can say this, you can put basically 4 full-size giant Pullman cases in this thing and have plenty of room. We just keep the blanket in the back whenever we haul the dogs. I did install these seat back protectors on it, which are a Honda original accessory. Highly recommended if you want to haul stuff in it. We did put some 6-foot-plus tall bookcases in this thing and brought them home without actually hitting the back of the hatch, which is pretty remarkable. The plastics have held up well, the carpets held up well. I kind of complained about some of the trim early on when I first bought it, some of the panel gaps and stuff like that, but it is what it is. It is modern Honda quality at this time. It does come with this Trailsport mat, which is really nice. You've got a nice storage cubby down here, spare tires over there. You have yourself a little outlet right there. You can push the buttons to release the seats. It does have electronic releases. The seats will go down, but you do have to manually bring them back up. Now, what's really nice about this is because this is based off the previous generation Pilot platform, you have a crap ton of foot space down here, leg room down here. So I'm, 5'10", obviously I have plenty of room. You can be 6 foot plus and still have plenty of knee room. So that right there is, that's over a foot down there of space. You do have an electrical outlet down there, 2 USB-C ports, back vents. We added a little fan for the dogs to keep them cool, so when you put these back seats down, the doggies can stay nice and cool. Let's see, what else we want to say about this? We wish it had individual controls for the rear. It doesn't, but you can control them from the front. The leather is held up really well. We did have this detailed after about 6 months to get it cleaned up, and it really has held up well. The plastics are still in pretty good conditions. They're not fading or anything like that. I know my my poor Hyundai Kona was definitely starting to show some wear and tear after 3 years of being used, and this Honda is definitely holding up pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and bring it back down. Major complaint about it was that my right hatch is off about 1/4 inch, but it was that way from the factory. Never got it fixed because I didn't want to risk having anything happen to it, you know, in terms of the seal and things like that. So let's go and jump in it real quick. Talk about what the dealer is going to give me for my trade-in, what we're going to trade on, and then the pros and cons. So just bear with me here. Did add a couple little accessories. Got a little pad up here on the top. We have some little coaster mats down here. Little steering wheel cover we got off of Amazon. 2 little side pieces that go on there. Give you a little bit better grip. And I'm at 12,225 miles. All right, so let's flip the camera and let's talk for a little while. Okay, so we're going to be trading this for $35,000. So I'm actually going to come out ahead on this. I was ahead on it anyway when I first bought it. The only bad thing about this is that first year resale, you lose almost 20%. You know, the first year you drive it off a lot. So on a $46,000 vehicle, fair trade-in price on this is $33,000 to $35,000. I was being offered $34,000 by a local dealer. Got a better deal out of state. Got a much better deal out of state on what we're going to trade in on. So that's what we're going to do. I did buy a bumper-to-bumper warranty for it to extend it. I got that money coming back at me. Like I said before in a previous video, if you want a Passport, what I recommend you do in the year 2025, go get yourself a 2024 if you want this body style, if you want the old school VTEC, V6, because the VTEC I think is now gone from the new gen Passports and the Pilots. And you're going to save yourself probably around $10,000 off the purchase price, not to mention the sales tax it takes to register the vehicle. In Nebraska, I think I paid $3,500 to pay the sales tax and registration and title fees on a $46,000 vehicle. So we usually plan like on anywhere between 8 to 10% of your purchase price is what you have to pay for taxes. Second year, I had to drop almost $1,000 on it for plates again. So we get smacked here in Nebraska on our vehicle tax. It's terrible. We don't have inspections, but I guess it's the lesser of two evils. So pros and cons real quick. Pros on this vehicle: spacious for 4, 5 will fit, plenty of luggage space, nice fit finish, you know, materials overall, leather, everything's put together well, no creaks and rattles and stuff like that. Kind of old school HVAC. You have a combination of touchscreen and hard buttons that you press. I like that. The buttons respond quickly for HVAC. HVAC's been great. Heater, air conditioner's been wonderful. You do have the little peasant blinders that you can put up on the sides in the back row here. You can pull up the side blinds and put those up to kind of prevent light from coming in. Nice sunroof, lots of options on this vehicle. You don't have heated or ventilated rear seats. You only have heated front seats. And overall, the infotainment system is pretty easy to learn. It's very easy to use. Reliability's been awesome. No problems whatsoever, just regular services. It just went in for its 11,000 mile service. Had the rear differential fluid change because it was calling for it, and had an oil change done on it also, and got that all taken care of. So it's basically ready to go now for the next set of owners. By the way, if you want to buy this vehicle, we took care of it. We babied it. It was garaged for basically the first like 7 months of its life, 8 months of its life. It's going to be at the Honda dealership in Albert Lea, Minnesota. I don't know what they're going to ask for it. I'm not being endorsed by them. I just said, if you're interested in buying this, you want something that's been taken care of, been factory, dealer serviced, buy this one. If they would advertise it for say 40 or 42, you're still going to get a pretty good deal. I would think maybe they're going to ask like $39.95 for it, but I really can't say. So again, more pros on this. Powerful vehicle. I like the different traction modes that it has to it. Paddle shifters are fun. Really can haul people. It does well semi off-road. I've taken it through gravel, minimum maintenance roads, a few prairies, some muddy roads, etc. Really held up really well. Let's talk cons. Okay, so cons, resale obviously is going to get you the first year. If you look at what you're going to lose plus what you're going to pay for plates on the MSRP on this thing, you're going to be throwing a huge chunk of change down, right away up front. But if you're going to keep it, it doesn't really matter. Other cons, slightly dated infotainment system. I do like the newer systems better. They have a few more that they offer. Lack of trail cams on this thing, major pain in the butt, especially with that front end, trying to see how close you are to stuff. You've got sensors all the way around. You've got blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, all that fun stuff. It'd be nice if they had trail cams on it. I mean, after all, it's supposed to be a trail ready vehicle, right? Or just somewhat trail equipped, I guess you could say, right? So there's no 360 cams on this, no front camera. Otherwise, there's quite a few aftermarket parts available for it. I do have a front skid plate for it that's not on it that I'm going to turn around and sell. If you guys want to buy it, just chime in and let me know on the comments down below. It's I gotta think of the brand here. It's like a No-Low brand, I think is what it is, or Low Pro brand. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Front skid plate. Other cons about it, fuel mileage. I was kind of averaging 17 or 18 in town. I kind of wish we could touch 20 a little bit more often. And then that's pretty much all I can think of. I mean, body fit and finish is holding up well. No rust issues, no paint finish issues whatsoever. Did put new filters in it and stuff. So, would I buy one again? I would, but I would buy one that's probably been Honda certified just to save money off the top and get a decent warranty with it. Probably wouldn't buy this again new. They did make this as a 2025, by the way. It was basically identical. It just went up in price a little bit. No real differences whatsoever. You can get that special blue color, the diffused sky blue pearl color if you want on the Trailsport models. If you like that color, it's available out there. There's some floating around. So I mean, overall, it's been a really great vehicle. I do have the tow package on it also. I've got the factory tow hitch, the wiring. I just don't have the transmission cooler on it. So it's limited to 3,500 pounds of towing, which is not bad. And I did tow a moving trailer this summer a few times with it. It probably didn't exceed 2,000 pounds, but it didn't even break a sweat. I mean, it was totally cool when I was towing with it. It's got the plug in for the pins, for your 4-prong plug or whatnot. For your lights and stuff like that. So again, that's pretty much where we are. So I'm looking at $35,000 for my trade. What I've decided to do is to go ahead and buy a Honda Pilot, a 2025 Honda Pilot. Let me explain why. I met somebody special. I've got a fiance, gal that I met. We now have 3 dogs, 2 of which are doodle mixes, which if you know anything about them, they weigh 45 pounds on up basically. One of them is projected to weigh over 100 pounds. So we need a bigger vehicle. I've also got a corgi, so we have 3 dogs, and she also has 4 grown children, adult children, right? And so if we want to go anywhere, it's really hard to bring everybody with us when we go places. And so we wanted to get a bigger vehicle that would basically be about the same payment, same price of insurance, more or less, same performance. The 25 Honda Pilot that we're going to get, the Trailsport we're going to get, does have better off-road capabilities. It has better differentials, more trail modes, under skid plate protection. So it's a little bit better suited for some of the camping and outdoorsy stuff that we like to do than this current model. Now, you can outfit this to handle the outdoors really well. You can put a front skid plate on it, a mid, a rear, a fuel tank skid plate. You can really do a lot with these Passports to make them more rugged. But the differentials can overheat from time to time. You have to be careful in what you're spinning your wheels in, essentially. So we're going to go for the 2025 Pilot. We got an amazing price on it from the Albert Lea dealer in Minnesota. After all these, reductions and all these rebates and stuff, it's going to be in the low 40s is what we're looking at, which nobody here in Lincoln, Nebraska could even come close to. We're talking like 42, 41,000, which is nuts for a 25 Pilot Trailsport. So that's what we're going to do. That's what's going to happen. So if you guys are watching this video, the Passport will be disappearing. If I find the listing for it, I might just post it in the comment section on this video and you guys can check it out and see what you think. So if you guys are a Pilot owner, let me know what you think. I am going to miss that VTEC engine. It's a non-VTEC in the new models. It's a dual overhead cam 3.5 that has like 285 horsepower. This is just a wonderful engine. If you've never experienced a Honda V6, get one. Consider getting the idle stop box on this so the engine doesn't turn off its stoplights. Also consider getting one that doesn't do the cylinder deactivation, and what that does is basically keep all the cylinders fired up all the time so you can maximize the potential of the motor. You can get a little box for like $70 that'll do that for you. And that, I think it's like 70 or 100 or something like that, or you can get both boxes for $100, one to turn off cylinder deactivation and one to turn off the engine idle process. It doesn't hurt anything. No, it just brings out the full potential of the motor. I really never experienced that on this, but I do know how awesome the V6 in this. I mean, it's something you want to enjoy before everything goes to the god awful world of Turbo 4s. Sorry, guys. So anyway, that's pretty much where we are. So I want to give you this update. I want to talk about what's going on. I want to let you know what's happening. So I will do a video on the Pilot when we pick it up. We're going to get it in a very fun color. I don't want to say what color it is until we get it home. It's actually going to tie in with the business that we're starting on the side, so it kind of goes along with the colors of the business. But otherwise, I think that's about it. So it's about dinner time. I'm going to get back home and hang out with the lady and the dogs. And otherwise, guys, I want you to have fun, be safe. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll be bringing you more videos on that. Check out my other Passport videos if you want. Type in Travis P11 Passport. You can find all the videos that I've done. I've done some on my primary channel, Travis P11, and I've also done some on my secondary channel. So anyway, just want to give you guys a heads up on that, okay? Otherwise, I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. And I've got some important announcements coming up about Thunder on the Prairie 2025. So you guys hang tight, be safe. We'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.